Good morning. Today you're in for a treat. Emphasis on urine. I've talked about my pee bottle before, but a lot of people ask me questions about the method. You know, it's not just having the bottle. And I've told friends how to do this, and some of them can't seem to master the operation, but it's pretty simple. And, you know, when I buy a tent, I'm always looking for a vestibule with a full bath or even a half bath, but nobody offers that. So I just had to add a urinal. And basically my urinal, which I keep right outside my door in my vestibule, is a canteen, Nalgene canteen bottle with a wide mouth opening, tight screw top, and lots of capacity. So at my age, if I had to get out of my tent every time I peed, it would be another through hike on top of the through hike I'm already doing. So I not only don't want to get out of my tent, if it's cold and I'm nice and warm, I don't even want to get out of my bag. So basically, I'm laying in my bag, I reach out in the vestibule, I get my pee bottle, throw my bag off, do my thing, roll over on my side because I'm already a couple inches off the ground on this blow up Uber light, and so it works out great. I just roll over, make my deposit, put it back out in the vestibule, and I'm done. I go back to sleep. I don't really even have to wake up much to do this. So all of you people who are wondering why animals are digging around your tent at night, is because there's been a million people there before you that have just stepped out of their tent and peed right outside their tent, and all those salt deposits are what deer, you go to Glacier, you know, goats are like raccoons any place else. They'll pester you, and they know you're making urine deposits. They'll stick your head right in your tent and ask you, hey, do you have to go? So you do have to be careful with this stuff. It's not apple cider. And everybody has to deal with their own waste management issues. You know, you have to kind of go through, if you're new at backpacking, or if you're not, you might be still going through, you know, kind of a process of elimination on how to pee at night. Pun intended. Will this work for the female hiker? I don't know. I actually went on and looked at some forums, and there were some female hikers that use this. It does have a wide mouth opening. It's something you'll have to experiment with, is all I can say. I'm no expert. It does work very well for men. I can guarantee that. I've been doing this for years. You know, it's got a gusseted bottom, so it stands up. It's really heavy material, yet the nice thing about this, it folds right up and will fit in some little nook and cranny in your pack. You know, I used to use a Gatorade bottle for years, but that took real estate up, and, you know, I had to take one of my water bottles out to carry that pee bottle. This thing just folds right up into practically nothing. It's got a really good, like I say, good lid on it, good tight seal. It's connected to the bottle, so when you take it off in the middle of the night, you're not going to lose it someplace. It's right there. And so there's a lot of pluses to this method, and going outside is just not an option for me. So the other thing to consider, especially if you're female, but if you're a male and you can't just roll over and take care of business like I do, you're gonna have to get up in your tent. And so it would be awkward in this hillyberg. You know, I'm 36 inches right in the middle here, and then it tapers down, and you know, it's narrow. So if I had to get up and pee, or if you're a female hiker and you have to get up and squat, this would be tough. You know, that Durston X-Mid that I took on the Colorado Trail, it was narrow, but it was high at both ends. And so that would really be a plus if you had to get up in the night and actually get up in your tent. This would be hard to, I mean, you could do it here, but it would be kind of a pain. So that's something to consider, your tent space. I see a lot of female hikers using the duplex for years. And maybe, and I always wondered, there's solo hikers, but they're carrying a two-person tent, and maybe that's the reason. I don't know. I never thought of that before. But anyway, tent space is probably part of the thought process when you're working on waste management. Now, you've all heard the hack or the trick about if you're cold, you take a Nalgene bottle, put hot water in it, and put it in your bag at night. I've never done that because I don't carry a Nalgene bottle. And if you put hot water in a Smart Water bottle or one of these plastic bottles that most people are carrying water in today, the disposables, it's just going to ruin that bottle. It'll collapse it. They're just not made to take hot water. You put hot water in and put a cap on it and shake it up too much, it's going to blow up. So, no, I've never done that. But, yes, I have brought my urine bottle in. It's got a nice tight cap on it. I don't have to worry about it leaking because this thing leaks, or any kind, even a water bottle leaks, and just jump or swim when you're in a small tent. And you don't want to be, dropping urine on your tent floor or in your bag or whatever. But this is good, tight seal. Every time I make a deposit, I'm actually heating up this bottle, reheating the urine that's already in there. And it does give you some heat. You don't want to keep it in your body because your body will work extra hard trying to keep your urine warm instead of you. But once it gets in this bottle and you bring it back in the bag, it works. I don't do that a lot, but if it's cold, it's like a hand warmer. And, if that sounds gross to you or too much information, don't do it. But just remember that little trick, because the only reason you haven't done it or won't do it is because you just haven't been cold enough yet. Keep smiling.